lovelies, today's video is going to be an unboxing for the June Books That Matter box. I have opened it, I always do before I film the videos because I can't help myself. And the June box has been an absolutely amazing box, so I'm so glad I actually opened it before filming. Books That Matter is a feminist subscription box. That means that they have a theme for each month, and in that theme they will send you a box that has one book at least and a book of goodies that match the theme as well. They've got lots of different options for their subscription. I normally do mine on a one-off month-to-month basis. That's because I'm not usually in the same place at the same time for 3 months at a time because of how my university terms work. But because of lockdown, I actually got a 3-month subscription, so I got the May, June, and I'm going to get the July box all in one payment, which is great because I already know I'm solid in my head that my July box is going to come to me and I don't have to actually jump on it to get hold of a box. The theme for the June box was actually the Women's Prize for Fiction because it is their 25th anniversary, and I can tell you that this is an absolutely amazing box. And I'm going to open it now and tell you the first thing that's in this box is something that I have been using already, and it is this reading journal. This is the Liz Harry design that we had before in November, so I'm so happy that Books That Matter are working with Liz Harry again for the reading journal design, and I love it so much. It's green because the Women's Prize for Fiction is themed around the colour green. The amazing quote on the front says, "She would read books as one would breathe air, to fill up and live," which I think is awesome. What I really love about this is how the page is set up. So every page is set up in this way with book title, author, rating, and then stars for you to fill in, genre, review, and favourite quote. And as you can see, I've already used this. I've used this for the last 2 books that I read, which were The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas and the May Books That Matter box. So you know a box is going to be good when I'm already using the things that are inside it, and I say that every time I have a box that I really enjoy. The next thing in the box is a keyring by Flamingo Candles, and it has an Ali Smith quote on it, and Ali Smith was one of the previous winners of the Women's Prize for Fiction, and the quote says, "Books mean all possibilities, they mean everything," which is a cool quote, and I'm going to definitely be sticking this somewhere because bookish keyrings always a joy. Then we've got some bits and pieces. This is actually a message from Kate Moss to Books That Matter readers, which is absolutely amazing. Kate Moss is the writer of the Wolf Hall trilogy, and it says, "Welcome to this special Women's Prize for Fiction collection box. It is the first time we've ever created something like this, and we're delighted to be working with with the inspiring Books That Matter. The Women's Prize for Fiction was set up 25 years ago to honour, celebrate and promote exceptional fiction written in English by women from anywhere in the world. As part of our anniversary celebration, we've been looking back on the previous 24 winners of the Women's Prize for Fiction. Our 2020 winner will be crowned in September by challenging readers to a year of #ReadingWomen. Your first novel here, which was actually in the box, and I'll show that in a minute, is Tayari Jones's 2019 winner, which is the book An American Marriage. But do also head to our website for all the assets for all 24 brilliant #ReadingWomen titles. Most important of all, whatever you're reading, enjoy, and please chat with the @Women's Prize and help us make sure women's creative voices continue to be heard loud and clear." I didn't realise that Kate Moss, as well as being a novelist, was the founder-director of the Women's Prize for Fiction. And you've also got on the back, which is the information about the Reading Women that's going on this year. And instead of a leaflet that tells you what's in the box, this time we actually have a full-on booklet for the Women's Prize for Fiction 2020, including a letter from the Books That Matter team, what's in the box, and tells you about the book and the gifts. You've got a lovely quote here, information about the Women's Prize for Fiction. You've got an interview with the author of the book that we've got given in the Books That Matter box this time, and information about her other books. You've also got an exclusive interview with Kate Moss, which is amazing because Kate Moss is high up my TBR. You've got some book cover cookies with Jen Campbell, who is actually a booktuber who I was recently introduced to through here and through a friend recommending me. So I've just recently started watching her as well, and so she's got a recipe for how to make book cover cookies in here. You've got some more information about Books That Matter and what to do with your photos and how to refer a friend to get a discount. In the past, Books That Matter only did a leaflet which told you about the different things that are in the box, but this booklet is really nice with little extras like interviews and recipes, and I hope that they carry on doing this, although I'll understand if they don't, because this is a special box for the anniversary of the Women's Prize for Fiction. And of course, we have always got a bookmark, and on one side there's a book stack with a quote from Virginia Woolf that says, "Books are the mirrors of the soul," and on the other side there's a book stack with all the 24 previous winners of the Women's Prize for Fiction, which includes Helen Dunmore, Anne Michaels, Carol Shields, Suzanne Byrne, Linda Grant, Kate Grenville, Anne Pratchett, Valerie Martin, Andrea Levy, Lionel Shiver, Zadie Smith. I have read some Zadie Smith for university. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, who I've also read some of her essays. Rose Tremaine, Marilyn Robson, Barbara Kingsolver, Tia Obret, Madeline Miller, who I've got Cersei from the Books That Matter box here. A.M. Holmes, Amira McBride, Ali Smith, Lisa McLerney, I'm sorry about these names, Naomi Alderman, Camilla Samshi, who is actually the author I used for my dissertation, but not the actual book that she won the prize for. I used Burnt Shadows for my dissertation. And the last year's winner, which is Tiari Jones. I think I'd actually like to do what this Reading Women Challenge is talking about, and that is to read the books of all the previous winners. And I think this is going to be so cool, so I might kind of use this as a reading list. The next gift is something that makes me so happy, and that is a tote bag. I loved when they put a tote bag in the February box. I think it's something that they should have reoccurring every few months or so, because you can never have too many tote bags. And this one is absolutely gorgeous. It's black, and black is definitely much more my colour, and a long handle. And it's got a silhouette of a woman on it with all the different names of all the 24 previous winners of the book Women's Prize for Fiction, with the Women's Prize for Fiction 2020 25th anniversary logo on the bottom. So, of course, the book is the 2019 winner for the Women's Prize for Fiction, and that is Tiari Jones's An American Marriage. I love the fact that they've given us the 2019 winning book, because it lands in a genre of books that I don't actually read so much for myself. I'm always drawn to buying the fantasy books, which is why I love Books That Matter, because they give me books that I wouldn't necessarily see in a bookstore and immediately go for, because I immediately always go for books that look like this. Or Sarah J. Maas's book. So I'm so excited about this. It's also got a quote from Barack Obama on the back, which would be the second book I've read with a quote from Barack Obama on the front, because I recently read Fahrenheit 451 and Barack Obama said that was a good book on the cover as well. And he said this is a moving portrayal of the effects of a wrongful conviction of a young African-American couple. I'll read you the blurb. Newlyweds Celestial and Roy are the embodiment of the American dream. He is a young executive and she is an artist on the brink of an exciting career, until one day they are ripped apart by circumstances neither could have imagined. Roy is arrested and sentenced to 12 years for a crime Celestial know he did not commit. Devastated and unmoored, Celestial finds herself struggling to hold on to the love that has been her centre, taking comfort in Andre, their closest friend. When Roy's conviction is suddenly overturned, he returns home to resume their life together. A masterpiece of storytelling, American Marriage offers a profoundly insightful look into the hearts and minds of three unforgettable characters who are at once bound together and separated by forces beyond their control. So I think this looks absolutely amazing. It's definitely a book that I think I'm going to enjoy by the way it's been set up, because I like books that are very much character driven, which you get in a lot of fantasy, and I tend to avoid reading actual adult books because a lot of them like thrillery type things, and I'm not here for the plot, I'm here for the character development, and this sounds like this is going to be great. And I can also see just by flicking through it that they've got some interesting setups and some parts of it which are told like through text messages or what looks like they're going to be letters or emails or texts as well, which I'm excited about. And I'm excited about the way that it has actually been split up into the different perspectives of these three characters as well. So I think this is going to be great. I have high hopes. So that is everything that is in the box for June, and I am so excited, especially for the reading journal, which I already have in use and I think is amazing, because I do my reviews on Goodreads or through Instagram, but it's nice to just have a physical copy somewhere, and especially the section that says favourite quote is a nice one to keep, so just having it written out somewhere. And I say there's about a good like 60-70 pages in here, which for me is about a year's worth of reading, so I'm hoping somewhere down the line that either Liz Harry or Books That Matter are going to do like a restock version of this, or either one of them, either it being put in a box or Liz Harry selling it for herself, that refills of this type of journal will be put up somewhere, available for us to get. I also love that all the women's prize for fiction winners have been put onto bookmarks and also onto the bag, which is amazing. And I'm definitely going to be using this as a reading list. I think I'm going to make it a new challenge over the next few years to read through all the books that win the prize, because I think it's something that I should start keeping up to date with if I want to start delving into more books like this and branching away from my comfort zone of YA high fantasy. And I absolutely love tote bags. I'm never not going to love a tote bag, especially one that is black and bookish, and you could get a good few books in this. I'm going to be taking this to university because this will be some solid folder space and book space and notebook space in this. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.